The Andis T-Outliners are the best head shavers to use to give yourself a nice clean bald head haircut like I just gave myself. These are fantastic. First and foremost, I want you guys to make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel here. Okay, so let's get straight into the details on why I believe these Andis T-Outliners are the best head shavers for shaving your head bald like I just did. So first and foremost, if you want to see videos of me cutting my hair with these, going into great detail on how I use these, go to my YouTube channel here and scroll through the rest of my videos, and you'll see plenty of videos of me using these Andis T-Outliners. Also, throughout the entirety of this video, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I will reply to your question within a day. So just give me some time and I'll make sure that I reply to all of you guys' questions and comments. Okay, I will reply. So with these Andis T-Outliners, I get no irritation, no bumps, no razor bumps, no razor burn, no itchiness, no discomfort, nothing like that whatsoever. These are fantastic. These work great. Okay. You see how close these cut. You see how close that haircut is there. Look at that. That's smooth. It feels great. I have no discomfort whatsoever. I'm totally satisfied with the way that these cut my head bald. These are fantastic. I would recommend these to anybody, especially if you're dealing with a lot of irritation, razor bumps, and things like that. This is a very safe way to shave your head bald without having to worry about all that irritation and stuff like that. So as you guys can notice, if you see the thumbnail to this video, I'm holding up these. I'm holding up this razor right here. Okay, I'm holding these up as well. I'm holding up the Wahl shavers. Okay, and I'm also holding up the palm shaver as well. Okay, so this video is not going to be too long, so make sure you guys stick around. And like I say, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, please, because I believe that the information that I'm going to share with you guys today is going to be very helpful to a lot of people. I really hope that it is. So let me explain why I don't use the other products on my scalp, at least. Okay, so first and foremost, I used to use this. But what I began to notice, even with a lot of experimenting, you know, putting more oil on my scalp, exfoliating my scalp and things like that, after a day or two of using this, and don't get me wrong, what I'm about to say, I don't want to discourage you from buying one of these because this is a great product. It's just, it doesn't work the best for me and my skin on my head, okay? But anyway, when I use this, like after the first day or two, I start to get irritation. You know, I start to get discomfort, a little itchiness, a little bit of bumps and things like that. Great product. It just doesn't mesh well with my scalp for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe it works great for you, and if it does, that's fantastic because I really like these. But just through trial and error and through experimenting with different things over the last 5 or 6 years, I came to the conclusion that this is just not for me. It's just not for me, and it's unfortunate because I really like these, but they keep giving me irritation like after a day or two. I don't know why. Okay, now talking about the razor here, to be honest with you guys, I'm afraid to use these. Okay, and let me explain why. You know, in the past, I had a bad experience using these razor like this on my face to shave my beard. My beard wasn't as big as it was back then, but I shaved my beard off. It was baby smooth. It was butter smooth. I'm like, oh man, this is super smooth. This feels fantastic. But just like with these, just like with these head shavers here, like a day or two later, irritation, itchiness, discomfort, and it's like, man, you know, because to be honest with you guys, I really just want to throw some shaving cream on my head and just try these out. Now, I'm very hesitant to do so. I'm a little paranoid, to be honest with you guys, because do I believe that those would cut very close on my scalp? Yes, I do believe that. I think I know it would get it super smooth, super buttery smooth and all those good things, but it's just that 1 or 2 days afterwards, that bothers me. It's like, do I feel like dealing with the possible discomfort? Maybe it might turn out fantastic and I don't like it, but I just don't feel like dealing with that possibility. Like, okay, is it gonna irritate my scalp? Am I gonna have bumps all over? Am I gonna have razor burn? Am I gonna be uncomfortable all day, itching and scratching and all of those good things? So I just decide not to even use those yet. Okay. So next up, the Wahl shavers. These are fantastic. You hear how powerful that is, right? Whew. Now, what I used to do, okay, like I just said, I just gave myself a fresh haircut using these Andis T-Outliners. So what I used to do, I used to come, after I used the Andis T-Outliners, I would go across my whole scalp using these Wahl shavers, and that'll make it even smoother. And I loved doing that. But like I say, I've been experimenting with this for like 5-6 years. And I kid you not, like almost every time, like after 1 or 2 days, sometimes 3 days, here comes the itchiness, here comes the bumps, here comes the irritation. And I'm like, man, like how do I stop this? You know, so I tried exfoliating my scalp, oiling my scalp more, and all those good things. And that is a great thing to do, you know, just in general, you know, for your scalp. You know, you should exfoliate your scalp, moisturize your scalp and things like that. Those are fantastic things. And those things did help. But I was still left with that irritation when I use these. These are great. Maybe on your scalp, these work fantastic. But with me, it's just, I can't do it on my whole scalp. I wish I could, because I really love using these. These are fantastic. I would recommend these to anybody. The Wahl shavers. I would recommend the palm shavers to anybody. But the only disclaimer I would give is that, okay, if you have sensitive skin like me, where you get irritated easily and things like that, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, but if you have one of those heads that just can take anything, good for you. That's what's up. I definitely recommend this to you. This is fantastic because you can use this like every 2 or 3 days. Just come in, just get yourself cleaned up real quick, be buttery smooth. Man, you're gonna really like these. Now, I'll tell you guys what I do use these for though. You know, when I clean up my neck here, you know, I just come back, clean that up, and no irritation. Now, for some reason, it doesn't irritate my neck, but it irritates my head. I don't know. You might say, hey, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. Okay, so then what's the next thing we have here? You have the straight edge razor here now. I don't use this on my scalp either. I just use this just to, you know, help line my beard up, okay? So that's why I use that. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Okay, so that's my take on why I believe that the Andis T-Outliners are the best head shavers to shave your head bald. Those of you who get irritation, those of you who get bumps, razor burn, and stuff like that, I believe that you guys can easily relate to what I'm talking about here, where you've been experimenting with things, you've been trying different things, and you just keep on getting irritation. You keep getting razor bumps, you keep getting itchiness and discomfort or whatever else that you're dealing with. With these Andis T-Outliners, I'm telling you, none of that. None of that. No issues whatsoever. I haven't had, like, since I've been using these to cut my head bald, no problems whatsoever. The only disclaimer I would give somebody with these Andis T-Outliners, this is not something that you want to be doing every day or every other day. This is like a twice a week type thing at most, in my opinion. Okay. This is my first time cutting my hair in a couple of weeks. You know, life comes at you, work, stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. But I would just get a disclaimer. I would recommend, okay, only use these Andis T-Outliners like once or twice a week, or like once a week. You know, but these are fantastic. These work great. Okay, because as you guys know, once you guys start using different things, you're using a razor blade or shavers or the palm shaver or something like that, and you get that irritation, and you know how it is, you know, with having balding hair. So you've got the bald spots, it's starting to grow back and stuff like that. You feel like your scalp isn't all the way healed. You've still got bumps, you still got redness, you still got whatever is going on your scalp, you know, it's still going on, but your hair won't stop growing, unfortunately, you know. So you're left in an interesting position, because now it's like, okay, I still got this itchiness, I still got this discomfort, I still got these bumps or whatever, but I still gotta shave, I still gotta do whatever I do with my scalp. So I think you guys can really relate to that. And it sucks when you have to, you know, basically kind of just grow your hair out, show your bald spots, let your scalp heal, and then cut your hair, you know, because I know that feeling when you've got those bumps, you've got that irritation, and you're still trying to keep that bald look, and you're cutting over bumps, you're cutting over irritation and stuff like that. You guys get what I mean. You know, I know that you guys can relate, you know. So if you want to avoid that, what I would suggest, through my personal experience, okay, my personal opinion, what I would suggest is to let your scalp heal. If you've got bumps and irritation and all of that stuff going on right now, just leave your head alone. Leave it alone for some time. I would suggest that you get you some Andis T-Outliners. I believe, how much are these on Amazon right now? I think these are like $60 or $70. Maybe you can find them somewhere cheaper. I don't know. I can't really speak to the other clippers that are out there. I personally only use the Andis T-Outliners. I don't know about everybody else and stuff. I don't know. I can't speak for other products. This is all I use, you know. But get you some Andis T-Outliners. Let your scalp heal. And I'm telling you, try this out. Try this out, because this saved me a lot of irritation. This saves me a lot of discomfort. I'm very confident in these. Like tomorrow, I'm going to take pictures with family, okay, for the holidays. And I know that I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to be feeling smooth. Whether I have a hat on or not, I'm not going to be dealing with itchiness or discomfort or anything like that whatsoever. I'm going to be 100% comfortable. And that's the confidence that these Andis T-Outliners give me. I know that I'm not going to have to deal with any of that discomfort, bumps, itching. You guys know what we deal with. You know what it is. So, like I say, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to ask any questions, leave any suggestions, and things like that. And then also, if you want to see me using these Andis T-Outliners to completely cut my head bald, scroll through the rest of my videos on here. I've got a few videos where I'm going into detail about how I use the Andis T-Outliners. So I really hope that this video was informative. I really hope that this video can help a lot of people, especially if you're dealing with, I felt like I had to sneeze there, especially if you're dealing with a lot of irritation as is, or if you're in that position where you're trying to decide, okay, which hair trimmer is best for me, which shaver is best for me, or whatever. Like, you know, what's the best way of going about giving myself a nice clean bald head without the irritation, without the issues and things like that. And that's the position that I was in some years ago. And it took me some time to figure out that, at least for me, this is the best route to go. All right. So try it out if you can. If you've got some Andis T-Outliners at home or something similar, I'm telling you, try it out. You're going to save yourself a lot of irritation. Okay, these are great. So I hope that this video helped a lot of people. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope that you guys have a great day. Peace out.